Yeah, we're live now.
All right. Hello and welcome back to NPC, produced by 8-Bit Heroes. Thank you for joining us on the adventure before the adventure, where we create a D&D adventure. I'm Curtis, and with me as always is Billy. So grab a drink, take a seat, and get ready for part 3 of the Economicon. Not so
Nice.
bad, right?
No, that was perfect. That was
Nailed it.
perfect. Uh, I'm super excited today, Curtis, because this is it. We're gonna make this. We're gonna cash out. We're fucking gonna be done with everything.
Retire.
Yep.
Listen, I've already bought the yacht. Gotta get this to go.
Good.
Got a balloon payment coming up.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. That first yacht payment, because they hit you with the setup fees and all that. So real pain in the ass.
So the last time we talked, we kind of spoke about we picked the adventure. This is where our heroes find the Economicon, a book that very generously gives you coins, and then will eventually take everything you own or everything you've bought with said coins. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we're not here, of course, we're riding this adventure. So I kind of wanted to run a couple things by you, so I know what to put in this adventure.
Good, because I haven't thought about it, so I'm glad you have questions that I
All
can
right,
just make up answers to.
let's just go right to it.
Okay.
Where are the heroes?
Now, I don't know why, but I always imagine this town inside a cave. But that sounds like just a fucking terrible idea. I don't know why I think of that.
Well, inside of a cave.
Because it was like a mining town. But mining towns don't, like, I think here's where my confusion is. When you say mining town, that's a town that has a mine nearby,
Right.
not a town inside a mine. I think I'm just an idiot.
Well, I don't want to dispute that,
Okay.
but I do think we could. I mean, we know we have this dragon as kind of one of the opening scenarios we have to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course, the dragon requires a cave.
Yeah.
So, could there be a town under our town in the cave, like an abandoned town in the cave? Like, how tightly are you?
You know what? I am not at all. This can go. This can go. It makes no sense.
All right. Well, let's back up from. All right. So
So let
that's
me
where
just say mining town.
a mining town. All right. Well, that's where the adventure is. So my question to you is, where are the heroes before this
Now
adventure?
this is always a silly question because I feel like every one of these fucking stories starts out with, "You're walking down the road and you come upon a small town." So I guess you're upon a road coming upon. The
Well,
road's name is coming upon, Curtis.
see you, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, well, that's a great point. We don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe someone comes to you begging. Well, why would begging for help to get rid of this dragon?
Okay, okay, so we've talked about this. One of the weird things about this game is you wander into town and someone wanders up immediately with a problem.
Okay, well, maybe we handle that. Like I said, maybe they're not at this town. Maybe they're somewhere else. Like, because this is not our heroes. This is everyone's heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone comes to them. Like, maybe we assume these people have enough renown to where people seek them out. Maybe they just get a letter. You know how I love to make letters.
Is there not a more organic way to make this happen?
Oh, sure there is.
Okay, okay, let's play this out, Curtis. Me and you are on the road, coming upon road. We
See,
always end up back on coming upon
hang
road.
hang on. You're the one that's hung up on this coming upon. I'm saying they're at their home and they
Curtis,
get a letter in the mail.
that's ridiculous. A letter just randomly sent to us?
Well, it's not randomly. These people have a dragon they need dealt with, so they've written to all the heroes,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe everyone else has kind of ignored this, and so this group is like, well, fuck it, let's go help these people.
Okay, now so we get a letter in the mail, and I open it up. Oh, these people need our help. They're in a town, and then
Please, sir, come help
yeah,
us. This mighty dragon has stolen all of our money.
and then you say, okay, well we better head that way.
Yeah.
So then the next words out of your mouth is, you're on a road and approach a small mining village. It just seems like an unnecessary step we've just put in, the same step we always put in.
Listen, gotta be a storyteller, okay? It's it's the colorful. We gotta hide the shit, okay?
Okay, okay. I think we should. I think that's a step before a step, though. I think we can lose the letter.
Okay, so all right.
These are wandering adventurers.
All right. So you want them to just come across this town, or to come upon it?
Come upon. Right. No, you're right. One's as bad as the other. How do they do this in real things? How do real things do this? Let's think, I guess the Hobbit, he's visited by a wizard.
Yeah, like the wizard comes and get him.
It's the same with those stupid Wheel of Time books you love so much. That's just like a festival and a wizard wanders in.
Think of anything. You either find it, like, you don't have so many options. You find it accidentally, someone seeks you out, or you purposely find it. What other?
Okay, I think find it accidentally is at least universal. Like, you don't have to be great adventurers.
Yeah, but that's literally the scenario you hate, where you just come upon.
I know. I'm leaning into it now.
Okay, all right. So they come upon.
So I in the book, I literally want a map, and the road's name is Come Upon. We'll give it some funny runes. You're not gonna do any of this, but that's okay. So they come upon this town.
Yeah.
The town's name, Curtis. We need a good town name.
All right. What is this town name?
I don't know. I told someone today at work that if they searched all of fuckdom, they would not find enough fucks for me to do what they wanted me to do. And fuckdom seemed like a good kingdom name, but not a good town name.
Yeah. I saw this great. It was a meme. It was this really nice, like a platform, like had like lights on it and everything. Like, it was like a stand.
Uh-huh.
And it had lights on it and everything. And the caption was, "This is where I would keep my fucks if I had anything to do."
Yeah, that happens a lot of work. It's like, oh god, it's Tuesday and I'm out of fucks. I'm sorry. Like, oh, that's a 4-fuck project, and I got maybe 2.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so no, we need a good mining town. What's a good mining town? Because I think this mining town, the town went dry. The mine went dry years ago.
What were they mining?
Gold.
Is that really?
Well, that's what attracted the dragon.
Okay.
What do you mean, really? Gold?
Now, hang on. If you listen to our previous podcast, we literally said don't have it be gold because that's too obvious. It should be something that can use to get gold.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, we talked about it being gold last time, and you didn't like that because if our players bought the mine and we opened it and found more gold, it turned into a little bit of a conundrum of mining it versus buying it.
Okay, so
it's let's make it something where they can get it but use it to get gold, and that yeah.
God.
Last podcast.
Shit.
Listen, but hey, make it gold and have it run dry, and that kind of takes care of both scenarios.
Okay, that's fair.
It attracted the dragon, and
I feel like I'm being difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what's we need you walk into this town and you're just stopping through. Oh, okay. So what if we don't put them on a road? We don't give them an open scenario. You sit your players down at the table and you say, you know what, guys? I have noticed that your supplies fucking suck. Because that's our problem with this game. Like, I don't know where you guys buy half this shit. You just come up to my table. You've got tons of shit in your bags. Your bags hold apparently everything. Look, let's play it for real this time. You need to stop into a town to buy supplies, guys. So we put it upon the players like, let's what town are you stopping in? And they'll be like, oh, is there a town nearby? Oh yeah, there's a couple. It doesn't matter what they say. You're forcing them to start themselves down this path of trouble because they're gonna go buy just tons of shit to begin with because they're dicks.
So, all right.
So it puts it on the players to you trick them into making this decision to go buy shit.
Okay.
Like, you guys haven't bought stuff in a while. You've got tons of gold. You probably need to stop at a town and buy stuff. And if you said that to me, I'd be like, okay, we stop at a town and buy stuff. Oh, okay, we wander in this town, but the first town you came upon's a real shithole and they got nothing. And they're like, well, what the fuck, man? Why'd you bring us here?
Okay. Now, I'll probably word it a little differently, but I'll get it going.
A letter comes in the mail.
Well, no.
It says you need to go buy some shit.
My only comment would be I would get rid of all that metagaming. not dressing the players as players.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
But I like the idea of like, all right, they're on the road from the last adventure. Food's run out. You got to stop. Um, you see signs for the nearest town. It is called
Minorton.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's full of minors, people under 18.
This is where I like to look around the room and find something that
Tableton.
speaks to me. What was it? Family Guy. Peter Griffin. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Town name. No, don't. You are literally looking around your room.
That's how I do my names.
What? No, here's the best way we should do the names. We should go to the IKEA catalog and just look at their dumbest fucking table and just steal that name.
Too obvious. All right.
All right. We're not going to come up with this immediately.
All right. I will send you a list of names.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. So,
all the viewers can vote on it in the chat, Curtis. We'll see if Moobot comes up with anything.
No, hang on. Do you control how the chat bot votes?
Moo Botterton, he always says that.
All right. We talked about where they are. We talked about what brings them here. We need a name for the adventure. All right. So let's talk about this town. This town with no name. Mm-hmm. I think it's called Thoron. On my head. Okay, no. All right. I'll keep looking. All right.
TVton.
All right. So what makes up this town? Size-wise, is this a village or is this a city?
It used to be. You can tell it used to be a fucking nice place, but it's a run-down shithole now.
Like, are we talking like it used to be a city and now like half the? Because you gotta figure, a town gets so poor, people just fucking leave. So.
Yeah, and it just starts falling to ruins. So yeah.
Okay, so this used to be a city. So there's an actual keep. There's some actual defensible walls, but everything is just like everything. Like the low quarters, empty. The poor people are living in like the nicer houses. Everything is like.
Yes, okay. Yes, because I think once you bring the Economicon back and start spending gold, these motherfuckers are gonna start rebuilding real quick with that gold you gave them.
Right.
So we're giving them a scaffolding to build upon.
All right. So. Got the town in mind. All right, so let's go back to our adventure.
Mm-hmm.
The meat of this. All right, we talked about they come to town. Now they're gonna be buying supplies.
Yeah.
In the course of this, so they have some money now, but of course these people probably have meager. I imagine they don't have a whole lot to sell.
Right, that's part of the problem. So you go to the shopkeeper. And try to buy something from me, Curtis.
Yeah, I need some +4 boots. What do you got?
Oh, there's no +4 boots around here. Not since the old mine closed.
Were you mining boots, sir? I don't know.
The boot mine dried up. You dick. We were mining gold. I used to sell boots to all the gold miners, but they're gone now. Since the mine dried up due to the dragon.
Wait, the dragon dried up your mind?
He ate all the gold. Dragons eat gold. That's a fact, son. Learn science. Magic science.
Well, that's quite the hook there, sir. I guess I need to fight this dragon.
What you do is your problem, son. I don't like to boss people around with goofy hooks right off the bat like that.
Well, I came in and there's no guy standing by the garbage can, so I was a little concerned. There's nothing to do in this town.
Not since the mine with the dragon closed.
Damn, can't even afford that guy who knows all.
He packed his shit up and left right away.
What about a bartender? Is there a bartender?
Oh, there's a bartender. Tins half a bar, had to sell the rest of it. Sold the bottom half of it. So that's gone. Sold it. Once the mine closed, because of the dragon.
Because of the dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Right. Ask me if there's other people. This is a fun game.
What about a town leader that I might...
Oh, what do you mean? Describe the town leader.
Like is there a lord or lady that rules this place?
I was hoping you were just going to describe it as a guy and I was going to give you shit. Well done, Curtis. Well done.
I have played this game before, sir.
Oh, yeah, the mayor, he still lives here. He's gone a little crazy, though.
Ever since the mine
Ever
dried
since the
up,
mine closed because of the dragon in it.
catching on a theme here.
Now, I've heard, and don't quote me because I'm not a scientist. That's a magic scientist, Curtis. But I hear if you
Copyright
cut a
8-bit Heroes.
dragon belly open, it's full of gold. Is it all right if you step out of D&D lore? Is that okay? Can we just make shit up?
Of course.
Okay. No, you're right. This is I won't lie. It's a little heavy-handed.
Well, sometimes people need that kind of shit. We don't know how the players will react.
Okay. All
And no
right.
one's coming to the table going, well, maybe there's no adventure here. Maybe,
Maybe this
maybe
is the
we're
one.
supposed to move on.
So we go to the next town and check with supplies. Okay. So, I mean, really, here's the thing. They could be like, well, there's no supplies here. We move to the next town. So I think we build several scenarios in so that every town you hit just got this sad sack guy who's like, oh, nothing left here. Ever since the old... And you have to talk like Jimmy Stewart. Is it Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jimmy
you have to
Stewart.
talk like him, like the old saving and loan that's been closed down. That's a requirement to play this adventure. That's what this guy sounds like.
Can you put that in copywritten material? Talk
You-
like Jimmy Stewart.
Well, that's what is that movie? A Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Is that based on a book?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we can. We'll see if the Wonderful Life folks shut us down. Jimmy Stewart's estate called. We got a cease and
How did you even
desist.
get this number?
Uh,
It's him and chatbot in there. God, who knew?
Moobot turned on us.
All right, so so yeah, I agree. We need some scenario like multiple hooks. There's the store guy who gives you his sad sack story. If that doesn't get them and they try to leave, maybe the dragon comes after them because they fucking brought gold around.
Oh yeah, that's the first gold that's wandered into town forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he sniffs it out if they try to leave. That's brilliant, Curtis.
So yes, and if it's not the shopkeep, you write it to where basically whatever store they go to, you get the sad sack.
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah,
He's in all of them.
yeah, that's right. He works the bar, the shop, the blacksmith, the general store.
The brothel.
Yeah.
Oh, the girls packed up, but I'm giving hand jobs for just about anything these days. Even a good conversation, and you look down and he's already going at it.
So all right. So keep going before the image gets burned into our brains. All right. So
HJ
we
to
talked
J.
about coming to town. The hook that we face the dragon one way or another. All right. So now we have the book.
Wait. You just skipped over the whole dragon.
Well, I want to come back to encounters. I just kind of want to let's play out the adventure, the kind of the beginning and middle here.
Okay, the only thing about the dragon is, story-wise, he's a skinny-ass POS dragon.
Yeah, right. And, I mean, I still want to make it a good fight, but I know you want to make it kind of easy to show.
Well, I think that they could beat him at all. You know what I mean? Like a dragon should beat your ass into the ground.
Right. Yeah. I would. Yeah. Most of the time, he was a run from these things.
Yeah.
And I think with the description, the DM, it's kind of the DM to be like, kind of get them into don't run. This guy, he's looking a little ratty.
Yeah.
But so you face a dragon, so you get the book.
Yes.
So one thing I was saying, sorry. So you have the book, and then we talked about, we're gonna find we'll put some things in there, some cues or some mechanics, so the DM can lead the players into all right. This talking about money, talking about price.
Right.
Help them lead them into this book provides unlimited funds.
Yeah, because the first time someone mentions money, the book just cashes out exactly the amount they said.
Right.
So if they were like, man, I thought we were going to find tons of gold by this dragon. Like tons of gold pour from the book. A tidal wave of gold refills the mine.
Okay. So all right. So we have that, and then.
Or if they're like, man, I wonder if that guy will sell us that coffee for $1.50. $1.50 drops out of the book. There's no limits here.
Yeah, I gotcha. So then the idea is they go back to this town and start spending this money.
Yeah. So I've thought about this because this town had no supplies a second ago, right?
Right.
So I think they head back to town. Like you say, it was a solid fight. The easiest dragon ever fought, but still, an easy dragon's a solid fight.
Yeah.
So they come back with the gold, and they tell the whoever, Jimmy Stewart, they beat the dragon.
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoa, you beat the dragon. Did you find a gold in there?" And if the players are like, "Oh, no, we didn't find any gold," no gold comes out of the book. No one's mentioned gold yet. Well, you know, I can rent you a room for the night, no problem. You can stay here. It's cheap. And that's when, how much? $1.50. Oh, do we have $1.50? Or, oh yeah, I got $1.50 in the book. Just boom, boom, $1.50, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Pops out, and then Jimmy Stewart kind of is like, what was that? The money just plopped out of your book, like, and then you can start egging the guys on.
Yeah.
Like how much money I think you can make pop out of that book.
Right. So Jimmy Stewart can become our guide, our spirit guide, to lead them into being greedy.
Yeah, and so this town needs to get fixed quick enough that they want to stick around it for a bit, because you need them to stick around and spend some money in this town. So it was like, how do they get supplies?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, what's the hook to get them to stay?
Yeah, like that night you need something like, oh, if you conjured a little money out of that book, a few gold coins, we could throw a festival, and you kind of convince them that they need to pop it out.
Or what about this? What if they stay the night, and your old buddy Jimmy Stewart blabbed his mouth, and someone comes and steals the book?
Oh yeah, all right.
I mean, I got the feeling they're gonna want the book back that provides unlimited money.
Okay, yours is way better than mine. So so they wake up, book's missing,
and this could be it could be another adventure that no matter what happens, they lose the book.
Well, I think it can get stolen that night, right? Jimmy
Yeah.
Stewart's inn. Lots of hidden passageways and such.
Okay.
This place may have been less than respectable back in the day, even.
Yeah. You don't think they'd be pissed? The players would be pissed off. All right, you wake up and the book is gone, because someone's like, "No bullshit, I slept with it under my pillow."
Ah, God, I hate that guy. Oh, I hate that guy. We'll get rid of him first. Don't invite him back.
I hate when you come across with uncontrollable story elements.
Yeah, because they're like, I don't sleep that night. What the fuck? Then you die of non-sleep.
Yeah.
You took 100,000 damage.
And so maybe that's a like they are a passive perception. So once they go to sleep, you can have them roll, or just the DM rolls, compares it to their passive perception. Maybe someone wakes up, and then you make it more of an event like that.
But the book has to get stolen.
Oh yeah, of course. Like there's always the one that you're fighting two thieves and the third fucking just jumps out the window.
Right. And yeah, okay. So
we will get the book.
Right, and I think we have to write these kind of tips. Like have you ever read a book where it's like something for dummies? Like for dummies books.
Yeah.
And along the side, they have these things where it's like, don't forget, here's a tip.
Yeah.
I think we should have asshole tips throughout our thing, where it's like, oh, you've got that one dick who sleeps with the book in his mouth. Like, here's how you get the book.
That is absolutely the theme of the NPC motto.
Okay. Yeah. Like, here's how you fuck them no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, so the book gets stolen.
Yeah. So you've read the actual Dungeon Master guides?
Yeah.
By Wizards, right? And like they put it so nicely, right? Oh, you have the players that love action, the players that love role playing, the players that just like to sit back and enjoy it. It's like, they leave out so many other
Yeah.
players.
I've
You have
never seen
playing on his
those.
fucking phone the whole time. You have the asshole player who just likes to argue for the sake of the fucking rules. Like
Uh,
it's like they're not being very honest, I think, in those books.
well, honesty will, yeah, we'll take care of that.
There's the player that doesn't even like D&D, but he's there to hang out with everyone else.
So what if you wake up the next morning and you don't even know the book's gone? You don't tell them that yet, right? They look out the window and the town is fucking immaculate. So someone stole the book in the night, because this is how I feel like the D&D world should really work. They knew they had all the gold in the world. Fuckers
Yeah.
hired wizards. Wizards fucking just rolled through town. Wizard Architects Inc. Just
Yeah,
tore it
but
up.
like, where do you get these in the middle of the night?
Oh, you say that, but you know what? You know what you can get with enough money, Curtis? Wizards right in the middle of the night. No problem.
I think we're losing an element of realism with that.
With Dungeons and Dragons, you feel like we're losing the realism?
Yes.
That is so real, though. If you were a magician and loved architecture, you would make buildings with magic.
Yeah, but even wizards, it's very hard for them to conjure anything instantaneously.
You don't know shit about wizards.
Listen, I've played D&D the last few years.
All right, all right, all right. So no wizardeers, engine nerds.
Okay, my point is, if I was playing
Uh-huh.
and I woke up and like, okay, now the town, everything is beautiful, I would think something is wrong, like something's happened, like we're in a dream or some kind of reality shift has happened.
Okay.
You go to sleep in a fucking shanty town and wake up in the burbs. And it's like, hang on, guys, I don't trust this.
Fair enough. Okay, so you wake up in Craptown still. Book's missing. Right?
Yeah.
But there's obvious clues as to who has the book because someone's spending cash in town, right?
Okay, you think it's a good person who's like, hey, this book belongs to the fucking town, and when he got it, he went around just throwing gold to everybody. So, did Robin Hood steal it, or did the sheriff of Nottingham steal it?
No, Robin Hood. That's good.
Okay, so you wake up and you're like, so maybe they don't know the book's going, but like all of a sudden everyone's got fucking coins out the ass.
Right.
You got like the women with like their apron held up with just fucking like coins.
People are using it to hold their doors open. People are, yeah.
Yeah.
Just gold everywhere.
Okay.
Now this is going to cause problems because now, okay, you got to look for your book. You say, okay, you guys start looking for the book. And by a couple of days of you searching, like, word has got out, this town's loaded, and merchants and shit are moving in like crazy.
Right. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. And it's the guy who has it's probably not hard to find, right? Because the first person you come across goes, "Oh yeah, Big Al's just handing out coins in front of you."
Or, well, I don't know. Well, you need them there a couple days to get the merchants and shit back in town, right?
Yeah.
So if I had the book, I would just plop out so much damn gold to everybody. Everyone was a suspect if you needed to buy time.
I got you. So you okay? So you think maybe everyone's kind of greedy about it? Like, what do you mean? I don't. Like even though they have tons of gold, everyone's kind of
True chaos could be caused if he just walked to the town square at midnight and just left a huge pile.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying whoever's giving out the gold is doing it anonymously? No one even knows where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's a true Robin Hood.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I thought that's what you were going for.
No, I was thinking it's just somebody, standing out in front just throwing it. Okay, so let's go back to your book here. How long do we have before the Economicon reclaims?
It's shit. So I think they get the book back through whatever encounter eventually. And that's going to tell you how big of a dick you're playing with too, because this guy's like, look, man, it's got all the money in the world. Like you don't have to fight me for it. Like we can just have all the money, right?
Yeah. Does that pose a problem? Should the book have kind of like the dragon's disease in it?
What do you mean?
Like the more you spend, the more you want.
But okay, so my question is, how do you make your players do that though as they spend?
You know,
You could just pull the. I guess you can just trust they'll do it. If all of a sudden the best crafters in the world are attracted to this town because they know that they can afford the wares, why
well,
wouldn't they buy shit?
well, I'm wondering if you maybe you don't have to worry about that because your players aren't even going to have it long enough for that to be a role playing element.
Well, okay, but your characters have got to buy a lot of shit if they're going to learn this lesson in the end.
Sure. Well, I guess I'm saying for them, you have all right. So you have this hunt for Robin Hood. You have this encounter, and even though he's giving it out, he doesn't want to give up the book. You know, and then
Maybe the gold attracts merchants and someone evil, and the guy with the book's like, look. It doesn't matter how much gold I can conjure. I can't beat these guys with gold. I need you guys to do it, and I'll give you your book back.
okay, well, okay, so if you do that kind of, so this is Truly's a good guy. He doesn't want the book to leave the town. He's like, oh, if you assholes have it, y'all will just leave.
Right. Okay. So look, look. You guys are gonna beat these villains up that are coming because of the gold.
All
I'll
right.
give, but let's let's get you ready for this fight. We got all the gold in the world, and the best merchants are here now. Let's go to town. We're gonna suit you guys up. You'll beat the bad guys, and you know what? This is now your bank. You come to this town anytime you need money. I'll make sure. It's always here for you.
Okay.
You don't have to travel the dark roads with this book. Just help me beat these guys off long enough that I can get everything secured down here. And let's go pimp y'all's shit out before you fight this army.
Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. All right. So and we can even make some gear to include in this adventure.
Oh yeah, and it's good shit.
Oh yeah. So they get to use it for this one adventure, and then at the end, the DM is like.
Yeah. I think they can even be like, look, there's some mercenaries rolling through town. You can pay them. They can join your team too. You're controlling an army, siege equipment like you
No,
are.
fuck that. No, fuck that. There's nothing more I hate when there's a battle, and not only do I have to roll for like the 6 fucking enemies, I gotta roll.
Oh, wait for it, Curtis. I'm about to solve it for you,
Oh,
right?
okay, all right.
So you're pimped out. You got the finest shit. You got the meanest mercenaries. Uh, you got siege equipment. I mean, they have gone to town. They've bought everything. They showed zero restraint, and they line up against this band of bad guys, and maybe that's when it all disappears.
No, we gotta have,
One badass battle with your shit, so you can get excited about it.
or at least part of the battle,
Okay.
and then that may become kind of an adventure. Like at first you're just kicking their ass, like your sword just cleaves right through this fucker's shitty armor, like because yours is diamond tipped, you know.
And then one time you go to swing it, and it's just like your empty hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, this battle makes this huge fucking 180.
Oh yeah, and then you've got like, so every turn you lose so much shit. So now there's a timer on this battle before your ass is left naked.
Okay. And then, all right.
It's
All right.
it's it's
So here's
it's
how I'm
called
thinking,
strip
right?
battle. So with every turn you lose a piece of armor or weaponry, and you have to pick. We'll let them.
Oh, God. This is really good. But that's the finale.
Right.
So, oh man, okay, that's really good. I like that. All right, so we're gonna fight the dragon. We're going to be robbed. I'm thinking I'm thinking just in terms of encounters now.
Right.
Dragon, robbed, and then so I guess you're gonna fight Robin Hood,
At least confront them. Yeah.
confront him, or maybe it's a small fight with some thugs. And then when you get to him,
He doesn't have the book on him, and he's the only one who knows where it is. That's how he's
yeah,
smart.
right, exactly. Okay, all right. So
Like,
that
I'm not
guy's
dumb enough to bring the book.
yeah, we don't have to kill him there. All
Yeah.
right, so then you have this big finale battle. It's going to be crazy two-parter where you have everything and then you have nothing and got to get creative as shit.
Yeah, because your players will start to realize, like, oh my god, I see what's happening.
Yes. Okay. So that's only call it 4 or 5 encounters. So let's roll back to how we get to Robin Hood. We wake up. We've been robbed. How do you see them getting to him?
So when you first rolled into town, everyone treated you so nice because you were the only guys who have rolled through town with money.
Oh yeah, I got
Now
you.
you're the only fuckers in town without money because you slept in and that fucking town square was picked clean fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just coming out, like you say, you see the lady with the gold in her apron, scurrying off, and it's like,
Waddling, yeah.
yeah, what the hell's going on? And I mean, you get to the town center and you find like the scraps of gold that are left. You're
Mm-hmm.
like, damn it, we missed out, and someone's got our book. And maybe then a couple of town hooligans roll up who were late also, and they're like, well, you got a little of it. So encounter right here, we're gonna beat your ass and take the. And even though you're like, look, man, we didn't find any gold, and they're like, that's bullshit. Everyone's talking about how rich you guys were yesterday, so we're gonna beat your ass and take your gold.
Okay.
So there's a free encounter there. Just
People think that maybe they left the gold because
yeah, you
okay.
fought that dragon, you found all this gold, and you're full of shit. Like, why would we leave it in the town center? It's like I'm not a thinker. I'm a fucking fighter.
All right, so well, that's a free encounter, but so what's the detective part of this?
Right. How do you find old Robin Hood?
Yeah.
He's the only guy in town that's not flaunting gold. He overcompensated.
Okay. So we need to go to so many places, and so I'm trying to think of like how do we, how do we get there? Like,
Yeah. So where'd you get the gold? Okay. So you're interrogating people. Oh, I got the town. I woke up and it was just in the town center. No shit. What do you mean it was just in the town center? How can I just? I don't know. I just woke up and it was there. I heard the rumors. We all started running out as much as you can carry. So I mean, someone could have seen. That's cheap if someone just saw Robin drop it.
is this one of those? I don't have the answer in my head, but like the players ask like so many people, and they're like, there's like a detail or detail that's always like a little different each time. You thinking like that?
Well, if he did it perfect the first night, no one saw him. So maybe you think, okay, so one day of searching, everyone just keeps telling you the same thing. We just found gold. Because we need these guys to stick around a couple days to make it worthwhile that merchants start showing up, right? So next day, some merchants have showed up, and a lot of people in town have already spent all the gold just to get their houses kind of started repaired. Like they were in crazy debt.
Right.
So people are upset again. I went through the gold so quick. There's nothing left here. I guess I'm just glad that we were able to get a little bit of a leg up. Like that was great. And then that night, a whole new mound of gold appears right in the center of town, and the town people get it.
Okay. All right. So what if we have a clever player who wants to stake out?
Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna do it. Got to
Okay.
stake
So all
that
right.
shit.
So is that what we need to do? We almost need to have it like if they don't think of that the first night, then the second day. Or sorry, if they don't think of that on the second night, then they basically have to just keep talking.
Well, surely by the third fucking night they'd be like, "Wait, gold keeps showing up in the middle of town." Well, I
Yeah.
guess,
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like.
but the whole problem is, okay, so the town would never suspect it's gonna happen twice. So you could do it twice if you were Robin Hood.
Yeah, I think so.
But you do it a third time, and the whole town's just staying up and waiting for you.
Right, to be there first.
Are we overthinking? No, we're not overthinking this. We're thinking of it appropriately.
Yeah.
How do you trick a guy? Maybe he's dropping it in strategic places. So first it's the town center, right?
Yeah.
And night number 2, the orphanage piles up with a shit ton of money. So now we've got a map in front of the players, and they're like, well, where the hell else would he drop it? And it's like, oh, well, the town starts talking like, oh, I wonder if he'll do the hospital next. It's been in disrepair forever. I wonder if he'll fix the sewer. So the town starts giving you clues where he may drop the money next.
I gotcha. Well, see, I was thinking in terms of like, all right, you never the first person like, yeah, it was me, me, the baker, and the miller, and so, and like, there's if you listen to enough people, like the list of who was there getting the gold,
Oh, yeah.
there's someone, like one,
Someone will give a clue that can't fit the other clues, and you know
yeah,
it's them. He was like, oh, I was there with the miller and the sewer. But when you talk to the miller and the sewer, you find out they were never there together.
right. So if they talk to enough people and they're paying attention, they see something is wrong.
We would never catch on to that.
You think that's too much?
No, I think it's appropriate. I
I
think
mean,
it's
like, yeah,
clever.
I think of like Sean, who sits there and writes shit down. He could put that together. The rest of us that just listen and don't write shit down, we would just take it as bullshit conversation and not think to sit there and be like, well, he said the baker, the miller, and the farmer, but the baker just said the farmer, the blacks. No.
Yeah. No, that's doable. I think that's fair.
We got to think about that one though. I can see there being a puzzle there, but I don't see the puzzle yet of how is it one person is not mentioned but says he was there, or are there, see what I'm saying? Like, what is the?
Well, I think the puzzle becomes like, oh, Billy, Justin, and Curtis all agreed that Billy, Justin, and Curtis was there. And Billy says, oh, you know what, me and Justin left together and Curtis stayed behind. And then Curtis says, oh, you know what, Billy and Justin left and I saw Sean and Eli show up. And then guy D says, oh, yeah, I was there with Justin and Eli. And your facts already put it together that Justin and Eli were never there together because Curtis was our bridge between the puzzle.
Okay. So I think that'd be good.
That's good. That's for the smart players. The dumb players are like, there's an orphanage and a hospital. And the goal should we write the book? So it's like, here's what you do if your players are smart. And here's what you do if your players are dumb.
Well, I think we put in the puzzle there as like, you start off with like the smartest players, right? And then you put in like, okay, if you've seen they've gotten all the parts and they're not getting it, you add someone who gives them a push, right? Someone who says like, someone who will be like, oh, I think so and so's lying, and you kind of put the seed in their mind that, wait a second, maybe I should have been paying attention to what people said. Like I feel like you start off like the hardest, and then like we give the DM like, okay, if they're not getting it, they run. The next person adds this piece of line of dialogue.
So it'll be like one of those side things where it's like, here's the hints you need to give in this order.
Yes.
Okay. No, I like that. That's smart.
All right. So that's all right. So eventually, that'll give them that it was the blacksmith that's doing it.
Whoa. Why is he black?
God, Billy. Why is the blacksmith black? On you, brother.
Okay. Yes. That's a smart puzzle.
All right. So they confront him, and then we can, have some kind of encounter.
Yeah, and he stops him right before they deal that final blow, and he's like, "Whoa, you don't think I have the book with me?"
Yeah.
So let me put this scenario by you. They kill him anyways.
I think if they kill him, we have to have the book.
There's a way to find the book.
Yeah, or like.
But he's the one, and then these marauders show up. Okay, so they kill him. This is the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
They find the book. The marauders show up, and as the DM, you're like, look at this army. Roll me perception. I rolled a 2. Oh, okay. Well, this army, these marauders are so badass. A 2 lets you know that your current gear, there's no way you're gonna win this fight. And they're like, oh God, well, what do we do if our current gear won't win this fight? And it's like, well, maybe you should look around and see if there's better gear.
Yeah,
because someone out there is gonna kill this guy.
Yeah, I think we have a merchant relay that information.
Okay.
Like, oh God, you see those men out there? Yeah, you're gonna need an extra sword. I happen to have one for 50 gold.
Yeah, the town's surrounded. There's no escaping. You're in this now, like it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll have to figure out how they find the book if they kill him.
You don't think I have the book here, do you? Well, I guess not. We won't kill you. And they all back off, and he pulls the book out of his bag. I did have the book here, but let's talk this through. Or he just lies to him. You don't think I have the book here? Okay. No, I guess you don't have the book here. And then if they kill him, it's like, nah, he's just fucking with you. He had the book. He's just sweet talking you.
This is his last ploy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a genius. All right, so we talked about encounters, talked about, and how long have we been going?
About an hour.
All right. So let's wrap it up here. We talked about enemies. We have one good puzzle, and the only other puzzle I was thinking about is, do we want to do something that we can include? Like I'm thinking of a geometry puzzle or something about opening the book. Is opening the book? Is that an opportunity to put something on there? Like there's some kind of lock on there.
No, I'm all for it. Well, okay, so the problem is the book needs to spout money the first time they say it.
Yeah.
Because if it's just locked, how do they? You could use your lock puzzle. I feel like you have a brilliant lock puzzle somewhere in your head.
Well, where do we use it?
Well, if they kill him, he's locked the book up. You can use your lock puzzle there. That's their punishment. They get another puzzle.
Like the blacksmith has built a lock.
Yeah,
like one trunk with his crazy.
Yeah, if you dicks hadn't killed him, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. He would have just got the book. But now here's another puzzle. Suck it.
Okay.
Do you have this puzzle already in your head?
No, not at all.
Oh, you're just pitching here. I thought you had a puzzle you were dying to use.
Well, whenever I build an adventure, it's like, all right, you got to have fights.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have role playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you got to have puzzles. Like those are the three things that keep people interested.
Right.
I
feel like we're a little light on the role playing at this point, aren't we?
Well, you got your
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart
True.
conversations. You got your talking with the Robin Hood, and I feel like, and that's part of going around and talking.
Yeah, the puzzle's a little bit in there. Okay, we're good. We're balanced.
Yeah. So, one thing I thought about, do we put some NPCs, some more, some colorful NPCs in there that are like, take me with you, anything like that. But
what do you mean? Like when you go to fight the dragon?
Yeah, maybe before that, if you get some hanger-ons, or I don't know. I personally don't do a lot with NPCs, so I'm always curious. Like, do people, put them in as more, have them as more side characters?
Like that would leave, like you could always have these guys with you?
No, but maybe like there are certain characters that keep showing up.
Oh, no matter where you are.
Well, in this town, right?
Yeah.
There's a barmaid that keeps winking at your archer, and he's pumping her for information every night.
Oh my. Well, Jimmy Stewart offered you a handy right when you came into town for just good conversation. So I think Jimmy Stewart's the guy you stick with here. He's kind of like, oh yeah, you didn't hear what happened in the town square last night?
Okay.
Oh, you're looking to, I saw the farmer there with the milkmaid. Maybe you should go talk to them, because when I left, the milkmaid was still there.
Yeah, and so if I was writing this, I had the farmer written down, and I'd have like some kind of diplomacy check, right, for you to get the information, and then I would come up, fail the check so miserably.
I think you don't need the check. You're making a puzzle difficult enough that why have the checks?
Yeah, I guess I always get hung up on the role playing part, because some of our role play, in our group are so direct. Like I think was it Justin one time was like, who killed that guy? Like I forget what it was, but he just came out and just like asked a storyline question. Oh, like who's in charge or something. Oh, no, I don't know what it was. We were talking to like one of like the bad. You all infiltrated something.
Uh-huh.
You're talking to one of the bad guys. And his question's like, what's your boss's weakness? It was something. And it's just like, why do you expect him just to give you that information?
Right. I mean, like, I don't think you could have rolled anything that the guy would have been like, oh, he likes to wink twice before he throws a left hook.
Yeah. So, but I guess, like, to make it a little bit more, like what are these people's mindsets about talking about the gold? That's why are they open about it? Like, oh yeah, is that so? We're thinking they're just open about it. There's
Yeah,
so
I think so. I mean, there's just a pile of gold. Who cares? Like, oh, I'll tell you what happened. Like, everybody in this town's gossiping about it, anyways.
I got you. I mean, getting the puzzle is difficult enough. Don't make it harder to get the information.
Yeah, because what if they do roll a one? They just lost the critical piece of information they need. And with those, I always feel like, oh, okay, well, now Billy's going to ask again. All right, well, now someone. And we just keep rolling infinite.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Unless it's a true piece of information we can lose. And with this puzzle, I don't think you can if you set it up.
All right. Okay. I think. All right. I think we covered a lot. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a real pain in the ass, Curtis.
Yeah, but I'm now really excited for the finale. Like, that is going to be a fun fight because we can create all these, when they have nothing, like that's going to be a good fight, right? That's going to be some role playing.
Yeah.
Like they got to Home Alone some shit, right? Like they got to build some traps and find some makeshift weapon.
Yeah, because part of the battle is like they start realizing stuff's missing and like, okay, well, do as much damage as you can before it's all gone.
You're right.
And then once it's all gone, like, yeah, you're now back to sticks and stones. You've gone from nukes back to sticks and stones. And maybe you've done enough damage that the other team's at sticks and stones too, but this battle is now completely different.
Yes, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that part.
All right.
All right, let's wrap it up. I don't.
Have you prepared something for this too?
Oh God, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was gonna just offer like that. That's it for NPC. I'm Curtis.
And I'm Billy.
I'm Billy. And then 8-bit-heroes.com. And then you can follow me at Trickster for Hire on Twitter. And Billy, can they follow you somewhere?
They can follow us at 8_bit_Twitch on Twitch. And you can follow us at something on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter account.
Next time we'll have all our accounts squared away.
Yeah, you can find it in the show notes for sure.
All right. Well, I'll do this for this time. We appreciate it.